The Operational Services Division has a broad portfolio of statewide contracts, providing buyers with a diverse array of products and services. Recently, the IT software and services category has seen a surge of activity, with several contracts updated within the last few months. What's fueling this momentum, and how might buyers stay ahead of the curve? Let's find out. You are listening to WOSD News, Procurement Insights. Welcome back. I'm your host, Layla Palmer. Today, we're catching up with Category Management to discuss some important news and updates regarding the IT software and services contracts. Whether you're already using these contracts or you're just getting started, this episode is for you. Joining me is Ann-Maria Bennett, OSD's Director of Category Management, to discuss the evolving technology landscape and how it's shaping the future of our statewide contracts.
My name is Ann-Maria Bennett. I'm the Director of Category Management at the OSD. My team and I, we oversee the full gamut of statewide contracts. We support our buyers across executive agencies, across the entire Commonwealth, towns and cities, higher eds, all of it. And today, I'm really excited to talk about technology procurements. It is very important to what we do. It's a large part of our focus here at OSD. And one of the things that we challenge ourselves with all the time is we want to make sure that we're getting it right. I'd like to underscore that IT procurements are in fact uniquely challenging. There are specific IT terms that need to be considered. You have to think about the complex integration requirements of an IT procurement, requirements that sometimes are unclear or they are evolving, evolving at the same time you're trying to process the procurement. There are all those issues of stakeholder partnerships, security risks, so many things to consider in an IT procurement.
There's been a lot of movement on our IT contracts in the past several months. What's been driving that pace of change, and what should agencies know about what's new?
It's a lot. It's a lot that's happening in our IT space right now. Technology is moving at a pace now that it just requires us to be more nimble, to be able to add new services. And if we do not respond, and if we do not get ahead of it, obviously we're going to be left behind. And for OSD, we recognize the need to keep pace with it. So, in a nutshell, I'd say that the pace of the industry itself and the growing needs of our buyers is really what is driving the change and the pace of the change that we're seeing in our IT space. Our statewide contracts, we are keeping up because we have to. And of course, there's the AI across all of our IT rebids and our new contracts. AI terms are being included so that we can give structure and we can provide a guardrail to this rapidly evolving space.
You'll notice a lot of Ann-Maria's exciting contract news is about reopening contracts and expanding contract offerings. Strategically reopening contracts means that OSD can get a wider variety of qualified vendors awarded on statewide contracts. Let's dive back in as Ann-Maria outlines some of the exciting changes coming to the IT software and services category.
I'll give you some examples of the new and exciting things that are happening with some of our IT contracts. So for ITS 86, that's our contract for software and services. And this contract gives buyers access to an expanded list of available software resellers. And that's one of the things that we wanted to be able to do to provide expanded access of resellers in this space. So far, we've been able to do that. We're moving from 6 resellers and we're going up to 25. And that's significant. And you buyers are going to feel the significance of that once the contract is fully set up. We have 3 categories under ITS 86. Category 1 being the software resellers that we're trying to expand. Category 2 being the software publishers. And then Category 3 is our third-party software implementation services. And outside of us growing the scope of the vendor offering, we also want to bring all of the related services together under one umbrella because it just makes sense. It provides better service quality and utility to your buyers. And that was another one of the key things that was driving the changes under ITS 86.
Category Management also replaced ITS 80, the IT Independent Research Services contract, with ITS 83. And in other news, we have a brand new addition to the IT software and services category, ITS 88, offering infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and related services. Let's head back to Ann-Maria for the details.
And then there's ITS 88. This one is a brand new statewide contract. And the scope of this one includes a Microsoft Azure and a Google Cloud. This contract, I said it was brand new. It really is replacing a previous departmental contract as well as a part of WOSD's statewide contract, ITS 60 for cloud services. The need of the state has grown beyond the departmental contract. And so, in dialogue and consultation with our technology partners, we were able to convert this to a statewide contract offering just to support the growing needs across the Commonwealth.
That's not all. ITT 72 for cellular services and devices is expiring on June 30th, and those services are being incorporated into the existing ITT 84 and ITT 85 contracts.
ITT 84 being for cellular and satellite services. One of the new things about this one is that it includes a brand new category for satellite services. And this includes satellite phone services as well as satellite broadband data services. This did not exist in this kind of scope on statewide contracts before. So this is very new. We're excited to provide that for buyers, and we hope that you'll all be able to benefit from this expanded service under ITT 84. And then under ITT 85, which is our contract for telecommunications and network services, we also have a brand new category. And this one is contact center as a service. Again, this one is in conjunction with our technology partners, IaaS. At the end of the day, again, our main aim is to provide the services that our partners need, that your agencies need. And so contact center as a service is now on ITT 85. ITT 84 and 85, they are going live on July 1st. So these are still in the development stage. They have been posted on Combis, and we're looking forward to getting the bid responses in and to do those evaluations and to award those vendors so that by July 1st, you would have these additional services at your fingertips to be able to use them.
Such great information. There are also some exciting updates regarding statewide contract ITS 78 for data and cybersecurity. WOSD is reopening the contract to add 2 brand new categories. These will cover security assessors, including vulnerability testing and additional compliance scans, all part of the effort to ensure the Commonwealth's data remains strictly protected.
So for ITS 78, one of the things we're going to be doing later this year is we are going to be reopening this contract and adding in 2 new categories. And these categories that we're adding in are around security assessors and including vulnerability testing and other security compliance scans and testing. Again, just to strengthen the offering that we have around data and cybersecurity and to ensure that the integrity of our data in the Commonwealth is being protected. That's the plan for ITS 78. We want to protect ourselves against the successful cyber attack.
You may remember I mentioned that expanding vendor offerings for buyers is a common theme with these updates. Let's head back to Ann-Maria as she explains how Category Management is applying that to the IT hardware and services contract.
ITC 73, our Information Technology Hardware and Services contract, we have reopened this one. And the idea is, again, to add new bidders for our reseller category, category 3. And this is in direct response to our buyers' need to have more vendors in the space. We have been able to expand that by 15%, providing you with a little bit more option in this space. So it really is exciting. There's lots and lots going on in our IT space. We have to keep up. We are doing our best to keep up. We have lots of partners who are helping us. And the partnership has been great. At the end of the day, we really do want to provide the best service offering we can for our stakeholders. So give us feedback when some of these new contracts come out. Tell us, we want to know how well they are meeting your needs. Let us know. And let us know if there's anything else that you would like to see us do in this space to keep up with the amazing pace at which the technology is moving.
This concludes today's episode, Catching Up with Category Management. Summer is a busy season for IT updates, with several contract changes set for June and July. To stay in the loop, keep an eye on the procurement schedule located on the Combis homepage. And remember, you can always reach out to our help desk or the category management team with any questions. We've linked all that contact information in the description of this episode. Thank you to Ann-Maria Bennett for joining us today. OSD looks forward to engaging with you on our social media and YouTube channels. Links to those are in the description. To suggest ideas for future podcasts, email the OSD team at osdoutreach@mass.gov. This podcast was produced, audio engineered, and edited by me, Layla Palmer. Thank you for joining us.